In this video, we will be building an RSS feed fact checker article generator in Airtable. We are using Ino Reader and Perplexity AI to capture the idea, to capture the new post that has been generated and new article that has been posted, and we are creating an outline using Perplexity AI. We are conducting initial research on the article that has just posted, and we are doing additional research around that idea from all different sources so that we are not copying or plagiarizing from one source. You get the idea. I mean, when you scrape an entire website and try to make content based off of that, that will look like it's plagiarized. But right now we are just taking that 5 to 6 letter title, and we are using that title and to conduct our own research around who else has posted other articles on this news. And then based off of all those sources, we add in our own tone, we add in our own brand name, company name, and we generate an outline. So this outline will be posted to an Airtable. Once we capture the title, URL, you will see outline. And then what happens in part 2 is once we approve this post, we will fact check the outline, everything that has been generated within the outline generator is being fact checked. Once it's done, then we use both the fact checked info and the info from outline generator, that initial research analysis, and we will pass it to 3 of the best large language models that are available: Claude 3.5 Sonnet, ChatGPT 4 or 4.0, or with LLaMA it's 3.1b, the latest version that came out last week. So once we have these 3, this AIGC Claude, this is a brand specific or a brand focused, 100% brand focused article generator. And the reason we don't post this and we are using the 4th one is we are passing all the 4 outputs to this Claude 3.5 Sonnet to pick the best aspects available in all of these 4 models, and keep the brand mentions under 15%, because the goal here is not promote ourselves but educating people on the latest AI news. So we update the Airtable with all of these fields in here. But once we have everything, we can then go ahead and use this data, which is not covered in this video, in either posting to our blog, whether that's Webflow, WordPress, we can add that, or we can create a newsletter from various different sources all combined, and you can start your own AI newsletter or sell this to creator who wants to run a newsletter. Or 3, we can take this big article that has been generated and we can turn it into 3 different LinkedIn posts, 5 different Facebook posts, 20 different tweets just from one blog article. Those will be covered in the advanced section or the part 2 section of this video. But for this video, we will see how these part 1 and 2 works to create a fact checked article by some of the best models that are available today. And now we have a series of 3 different modules, which are Claude, ChatGPT, and LLaMA. And testing these 3 different models, I mean, you can go to Claude, you can go to ChatGPT, Perplexity, and try and test them all day. But you need, as you can see, I have a membership for this, I have a membership for that, and ChatGPT, it is a lot of work. That's where today's sponsor would be super helpful. They are AI Magics, and they have a ton of features: AI library, AI magic bot, AI image, logo generator, story creator, magic editor, and magic coder. The two great things I love about AI Magic X is AI Magic Bot, where when you go in, if you want to test a certain prompt and how it's performing, you can look at, okay, GPT 4.0, 4.0 mini, and Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Haiku, 3 Claude 3 Opus, Gemini 1.5 Pro, Mistral, and a lot of different large language models, where not just chatting with them, you can add in your own files and chat with that data as well. You can upload files, you can upload images, and now you can upload URLs. That is coming real soon. And you can select files, and one file per conversation, but these files are you can basically add any number of files you want. So as you might have realized, LLaMA 3.1 performs a lot differently than Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and it performs a lot differently than GPT 4.0, and that is what we have on AI Magic's bot. But one more feature that I absolutely love about this is Magic Codex. And if you are lost for, what do I need to build? They have these prompts. You can build any app that you have in mind. For example, we are creating a to-do list. All it took was a click, and its entire thing is happening literally in seconds. Let me preview this and see how it looks. Task Manager. I said I want to make UI better, colorful, just plain English, and it is doing its work, and it's generating the update what I just requested. And it is also adding button hover effects. Let me preview this. Wow. Okay, as you can see, when we hover on it, it is let's say meta. I said meta prompting video would be one of my tasks, right? When I click this, it is also not, if I want an additional feature, let's say so I just said I want strike animation when I hit, when I check the box, and also I want a deadline feature. So it says it's done, and it only took few seconds. And I would say meta prompting, and for the date I am selecting, let's say next week this time, and I would say add task. And once I select this, now it's that strike through animation came through. So this is just a basic example. What I would do is, in an app, you can there are snake games, you can build memory games, you can even craft a meta prompting app, so that it would be almost like it will ask you what task you want to implement here. And if you say I want a prompt for social media marketing agency, or I have content generation system, blog article, and once you hit meta prompting, it is not done completely. That's why I haven't been demoing that, but it is something that I've been working and will be posted real soon. So you can do a lot of cool things with AI Magic X, and it is great for, like I said, if you are using multiple AI models and you want to see how each of them are performing, whether it's Magic's bot or Magic's coder. There are a lot of stuff. You might be wondering how much this would be. If you go to billing, all the links will be in the description below, and they are doing a lifetime billing. So one-time fee of $89 would get you 100 premium code generations, and logos, all of this stuff, 400,000 words, 150 magic images per month. And don't think 100 premium code generation is a one-time thing. If you check the 2 stars here, unlimited generation, credits every 5 hours. So every 5 hours you can do 100 code generations. This is limited so that you won't be able to abuse it. And if it's magic bot, it is unlimited. So there is a fair use policy, but unlimited access to the models, some of the best models that are available on the market. This is truly a steal, and I am planning to get either this plan or this plan real soon. So you can use the link below to check them out for sure. Thank you. Without further ado, let's begin. We are building this on make.com. If you don't have an account, it's easy to create one. I will just log into my account. What you have seen earlier are templates and are available to download in my premium school. You can find the link below, but you don't have to. I will show you everything that you need to build that step by step. The first application that we need is called Ino Reader. Ino Reader is something I have discovered recently. So there is an instant trigger where triggers when trigger webhook rule is processed, only available with Ino Reader Pro plan. So this webhook, if you are using this anytime, you can subscribe to 100 different lists, and as soon as a new article is posted in a certain list, this webhook is triggered and you will generate a post based off of that, or you can generate an outline based off of that. So let me start. I already have a webhook. I don't want to use it though. Let me create one. I will call it demo webhook, and you need to create a connection, right? Before you create a connection, you need to create an account first. I will provide the link for Ino Reader below. I already have an account. When I log in, this is what I see on my dashboard. Now I don't have a pro plan just yet. Let me search AI and see what comes up. There are so many feeds. As you can see, 3,906 feeds. So every time a new article comes out, chances are other people are already talking about this. So let me follow this artificial intelligence. Now, as you can see, I am subscribing to these feeds in this site. Airbnb engineering, I don't want that. Ain't it cool? AI now. Artificial intelligence weekly. Yes, let's subscribe. Instead of AI, I believe if we say artificial intelligence, I think we can get better results. So MIT News, yes, let's go ahead. Now we already okay, I will subscribe to this, and Reddit too, Google News for sure, why not? Okay, I will stop here for now, because as you can see, the list of articles that have come out in the last 24 hours or 1 week, I'm not sure, is already at 103. I don't really need that many, but what we can do now is let's go ahead and create a rule, an automation rule, which is okay. I will upgrade for this video. So I am planning to use Ino Reader in a lot of my projects moving forward, because this is great for content creation. When you are building your personal brand, it is important to stay on top of things, especially on Twitter, on LinkedIn. You see how when influencers post as soon as the news comes in, or 1 hour in, or 30 minutes in, but automations like these make it so easy that as soon as you have a news, if you think that it's really good, you can approve and generate posts within 5 minutes. All you need to do is click a button. So I will go ahead and upgrade it. You don't have to. There are other ways to get this done with the free plan, or not with Ino Reader, but there is something called rss.app. If you want me to build rss.app scenarios, do comment below. But for this particular tutorial, it is worth it to upgrade to at least a monthly plan to see how it would work for your use case. Because since I know that I would be using this long term, I went ahead and bought a 1-year plan. But for you, if you believe it may not be worth it, or if you want to try this with a different app, all you need to do is change the trigger. There is something called RSS app. There are a lot of other creators that have built apps on it, but for this one, I am planning to use Ino Reader, as you can see. Okay, let me create the connection now. My Ino Reader connection is okay. Authorize. Okay, save. Now I have the webhook. What I need to do right now is go to rules and create a rule, and I will call this webhook. So when there is a new article in the account, so this is, you can select by feed, or you can say new start article, liked article, broadcasted article, anything. But since I want this to be really 100% or close to 100% automated, I will say every article in the account, because I don't want to read all of those. And then I would trigger a webhook. Which webhook? The webhook that we copied from the make.com here, and I hit OK. Now I will use Perplexity AI and create a chat completion. I already have a key here. To add yours, you just need to add, and it will ask you for your API key. It will ask you for an API key when you want to add a new connection, and when you go to Perplexity AI, you need to go to API, and you will see your key over there, and this is the API key. I need to blur this now. Okay, you will do the same with Claude and ChatGPT as well. With Claude, it has there is an API console for Claude 2, and there is OpenAI API console also. And if you go to API in here, bottom left, you would see you need to log in again. Continue. Get API keys is where you click to get your API key, and OpenAI API is straightforward also. If you have any questions, you can let me know. I just copy the API key and it would let you use it. So the model that I really like these days is LLaMA 3.170B Instruct is the model that we are going to use. And now it's time for the prompt, the research article outline generation prompt. What we do here is, I already prepared a prompt. If I go into how and why I have written that prompt, it would be too long. But this is what I am saying. As a highly capable research agent, your task is to create a comprehensive SEO article based on all of these steps. Follow these steps, locate the original article corresponding to given title. We are only capturing the title. So the title of the article that is being generated, right? So these are the steps that is for the AI is following here. Instructions, 5 key points. locating or and analyzing original article, conduct extensive research on the topic, consulting at least 3 to 5 additional reputable sources to supplement the information, identify current trends, statistics, and expert opinions related to topic, assess the target audience and the likely search intent, develop 5 key points to form basis of a comprehensive SEO optimized article. So we are doing all of this steps. For each steps we are keep maintaining the logical flow, all of that stuff. So this is really good. And next, you can always improve the prompt. I pasted it in the wrong section. Max token, you can leave it as is. For in the messages, this is where you need to paste it, and the role is user. So that's it. Okay, now we are getting the article from Ino Reader and we are using Perplexity, right? So the next step is Airtable, and where in the Airtable we need to create a record. So I already have a token that has access to all of my bases. How do you get that? You need to go to Airtable, and within the Airtable, this is the base that I have created. It is nothing fancy. It is not connected to anything just yet. I have the title, I have the URL, outline generator, notes, status, ChatGPT, LLaMA, Claude, and before the best version, I also have AIGC Claude. This is branding specific Claude, and the best one is, so to use these fields, I am selecting long text because this is long, and I enable rich text formatting. So you can do that to every field. For example, title, I know it's going to be single line, right? So single line text. And for the URL, it is the URL. So edit field, and you can select URL. If it's an email, phone number. This is straightforward. You have a basic Airtable here. But if you want this particular Airtable, I will leave the link in my premium school. But it's super easy and straightforward to build. Now let's go back to what we are building. And also, to get your own personal access token, you need to go to help, and you need to go to API documentation, and in the API documentation, in authentication, go to create tokens. In the create tokens, you create a new token, you name it anything you want. And for access, I would just say Money's workspace, all current and future bases in this workspace. Some people do prefer not doing this, and they do OAuth. For me, I honestly haven't seen any disadvantage in doing something like this, but if something changes in the future, I will update my procedure. But for now, I will give access to everything and add all of these scopes available into the, until there is no scope left, I will add everything here. Once it's done, I will create token, and make sure you copy that token because it will only be shown to you once. And best practice, save it somewhere if you have a password manager, and I would just go in there and save the API key also, because they will only show it to you once. Now we have the article generator. Now it's time to link that article generator with the automation that we are creating, right? So now we have RSS article generator, and the table is table 1. What we are doing is we are capturing the title and the URL, alternate href, okay, canonical. So we are also capturing the URL, although we are not using it. Choices, message, content. Okay, we have the title, we have the URL and the outline generator, and done. So we save it, we turn this on and hope something would come up by the end of the article, because we absolutely need it. If not, we can do something. Let me see if I can add any more articles to my list before we can artificial intelligence on Medium. Oh, okay, let me see machine learning mastery. Do I need this? No, this is too complex for what we are trying to do. Make.com, maybe building an automated social media. Okay. Do we have any feeds that are related to make.com? And I want to, it's been 4 days, nothing super recent. Okay, AI automation. So AI automation, I will follow this, and Google News, follow this search. So whenever someone, so this is, I'm following an actual search. So any article that matches that search term will show up in my, so all articles we have. Okay, let me see if that triggered anything. Go back to reader, run once. No, I mean, it has to be new articles coming in, right? So what we can do right now is, whoa, okay. Wow, I was not kidding you. I was expecting 1 or 2, but this is amazing. Okay, AI and automation drive 50% faster software development. So this looks interesting, right? So when you click on this URL, you would see the actual source of the article. It's called Digital Terminal AI, and I would look at, okay, our AI and automation drive 50% faster software development, OutSystems and KPMG survey reveals. Okay, this is good. So anytime I read about some crazy stats and I want to make a post about it, or if using this article will serve something, as I mean, you can include statuses, as I'm going to show you when I'm building part 2, is you can prompt and make tweets based on the article, or we just use, whenever a news article comes in, we are just prompting an AI to capture this numbers, this where we quantify the value, and we just make a simple tweet following a format. Okay, say this number, say something about my business and how we can incorporate this, leverage this trend, this insight, and make a post about it. So there are a lot of ways we can use this functionality, but for now, let's go back, and I want to hit approved for just this one. Now let's move on to building our second part, scenarios. I am calling this RSS part 1. Okay, just so I can keep track of things. And let's create a new scenario, and we have to check Airtable, we have to watch records, and right now it's set to every 15 minutes, and the same way we are just using the same token and finding and selecting our own base RSS article generation. Now the table 1. Okay, trigger field, as so when you don't have last modified or created time, or last modified is required for your article generator Airtable. If you don't have one, it will basically force you to create one. You need something like this to move forward, because that is the trigger field. Anything when someone changes anything, you are triggering modified time, and that would be the trigger field, and if it's a created time, no matter how many times we change it, it doesn't matter, it wouldn't change, right? So there is only one created time. We don't want that, but we want to have modified time, because because most of these articles I don't really care about it. For example, AI is transforming finance industry by Forbes. Sounds interesting, but the other one, dental automation, I may not be the best person to talk about it, so I will just decline this. And once I decline, it will be removed from view. That's how I set it up. When status is not declined, only then we are showing this. So okay, let's now that we understand about the last modified field, we label field is status, and okay, I think that is enough. From I will select all. Okay, now it will run every 15 minutes and it will run 10 times. So I don't want to run this forever, right? No, now we have Perplexity in our original flow. If you recall, in the original flow we are doing a chat completion, but I want to set up a filter before we even go there, because is the post approved is the question. If the post is not approved, we don't even go there. So I would say status is equal to case insensitive approved. Only then we are moving forward. Now in the messages, I already have the prompts prepared, and let me copy it real quick and paste it here. So we are analyzing from what previous AI model has generated from the outline generator, and perform the following tasks for each point. Content verification, we are verifying that content, basically verifying all claims, statements using multiple reliable sources. We are not just fact checking or analyzing once but twice. So we are asking for sources too, so that it wouldn't confuse. And now we select user and it's done. Now that we have, this is a fact checker, we can rename it so that it makes sense what each of your modules are doing. Now we have, after fact checker, we have Claude. So in Claude, we select create a prompt. I've already shown you how to get your API key, and I'm using Claude 3.5 Sonnet and 4000 max tokens. And in the add messages, I will select user, and in the prompt section we will say something. I mean, for the content we have to add text first, and within the text we have our prompt, which is I have right here is okay. Now we have two issues here. One is outline generator output needs to be changed, outline generator, and research output, and choices message content. Perfect. And if you look at the guidelines, I'm saying create an attention grabbing SEO optimized title that accurately reflects the content of the article, include relevant keywords. And we have the hook, we have the main body, we have expert insights, practical applications, SEO optimization, formatting, tone, style, final check. So the idea here is we use the same prompt in 3 different models, and that's with Claude 3.5 Sonnet, as you can see. And we will use this LLaMA also. Let's use Perplexity. In Perplexity we have chat completion, we have under messages, we have the content, the same exact prompt that you see with Claude. We have it for LLaMA here, and we have the user and 3.5 Sonnet. I don't want that. 3.170b is the one I want. Okay, now we have Claude, LLaMA, and after that I want to include ChatGPT as well. ChatGPT, chat completion. Okay, this is something really interesting. If you have a message and assistant module somewhere in between, you can add a lot of your knowledge base files to the assistant. If you want me to do that in the more advanced version and a longer tutorial, I will do let me know. For this example, we'd be using create a chat completion. In the model, I want to use GPT 4.0, and for the messages I have the role of user, and for the message content I have the exact same prompt. So you see how we are reusing the same prompt over and over again. You can find this in my premium school again. The reason for that is we are so for you, if you are generating something else, you have to tweak this prompt a lot. So for me, for my use case, it worked fine. It worked well because I can then reuse this almost a huge long article for multiple different use cases. I can create tweets, I can create LinkedIn posts, I can create a lot of other things also. Now we are using Anthropic's Claude 3.5 Sonnet for our own Claude. When I say our own Claude, it is a company specific one where it is generating content based on what I have, what my company is all about, or what my offerings, my AI agency is offering. We do chatbots, we target real estate, we target e-commerce, we have so chatbots, workflow automations, and workforce transition. Based on all of those, we are essentially, so let me change these two. For the first fact checker output is message content, and outline generator output is here. Perfect. Okay, so we are essentially in this prompt, what we are doing is we are saying you are AI powered blog article for AI technologies and applications, specifically for AI GC, and keep the brand to the minimum. And we also mentioned that remember to limit any mentions of specific AI service providers or agencies to no more than 15% of the content, focusing instead on a broader landscape of AI technology and their impact. So after that, we have the best one. This is basically summarizing or picking the best aspects of each large language model's generation and picking the best of 4 while limiting what we say about our particular brand. For example, we are this is similar, but limit AI growth partner sync mentions and branding to no more than 15% of the content. Ensure each model contribute to one key insight. Merge the best elements from each AI output and company specific content. So we have the hook and all of the good stuff again, but now we see and compare and what is a user most likely to click, which sounds better in terms of readability, all of that stuff, and we use the best one in the end. So we have different models here, and in the result we are using the result and model B. We have this choices, message content, and we have the first outline generator. So that is almost considered a model A kind of. Okay, the fact checking one is what we are talking about, content. Okay, perfect. We have all of the mentions. Now it's time to update our Airtable again. We update a record. Now it's the same record that is triggering the whole second part of the automation, right? So table 1, and we have record. In the record we select the ID here, and for the title we have we don't have to update the title. From approved we need to select done as the status. So ChatGPT response, we have that. LLaMA, we have that. Also we have Claude. So we kind of have two Claudes, right? This is the first Claude, and this is the company specific Claude number 6, I believe, and this is the best version of all the things combined. Okay, now the blog title, main image, thumbnail image, this is for the future parts. So we have everything we need. Let's hit OK, and let's save it, and let's turn this on, and let's run. Now it says, since it's not bundle 1 outline generator, okay, so there is nothing approved. Let me go back and approve one of the posts and make sure the trigger time is after you have created the this scenario. So if it's something something before it happened, before you created the scenario, it wouldn't trigger, right? So let me run once, because I have a bit of modification there. I think it haven't done any modification at all. So okay, so let's see if the time is updated. Yeah, 3:17. It should have updated. Let me run this again. Run. Why is it not updating? Okay, so as you can see, the limit is 10. For some reason it is only checking the first 10 or last 10. What we need to do is increase this limit to 100. Once we hit now, it is going through. Now that's might be a disadvantage or an advantage based on how many articles you have in there. Realistically, I will go in and remove all the fluff that I don't need, and maybe add in some more automations or some more rules within Ino Reader, so that there won't be a lot of waste or lot of articles. For example, you can add in rules such as or filters. Even if you find a rule, if you can create a new article in the account, if the condition is title or content contains, let's say if you don't like certain keywords, let's say if they have fantasy or some kind of gaming which is not relevant in your industry, then you can add an exception saying, okay, you can send to we can add a tag saying discarded, or add a tag can be ignore that email. So once we have that rule, we can say ignore RPG or role-playing games or something. So we can save that rule whenever something in the articles is triggered. We can improve webhook in a way that only look for certain tags, and based on all the rules, if we have 5 rules, that is effectively on the front end, removing all the fluff or all the things that we don't need, and we are only working with things that we do need and like. it is a game changer. So now that we finished, okay, revolutionizing software development, how AI automation is driving. So this is what we have from ChatGPT. This is really good with all the stats. We have all the sources and stuff. And if you look at the original article analysis, these are the key points. And we have additional analysis. This is not from the only source. Original article analysis is just this, and all the key points, all the other stuff that you have seen is from different sources, and we come up with some potential titles as well. And this is what LLaMA 3.1 did, completely different from what you have. And we have same thing with Claude AI, GC Claude, which is the mostly focused on AI agencies and stuff. Now we have the final one where we are still talking about our brand 15% of the time, on how we can effectively promote this or build this. These prompts are not perfect by any means, so based on what kind of responses you've been getting, you can further build automations where once you select the category no code AI business, it will trigger additional automations that are being posted on Webflow or WordPress, or if you want to generate LinkedIn posts, tweets, everything can happen on backend with the click of buttons. So there you have it. We have the part 2 of RSS article generator, and you have seen the demo. If you would like me to build on this further, do let me know in the comment section, and I will start working on that.